All right, welcome to Dragon Age Origins live stream on Tomi Servo. This is my first time playing this game, and second attempt at live streaming it. I messed up earlier. I apologize, but let's see if we can get this going. So let's get started. No, not logging into your thing. New game. It's Saturday morning here in Japan, but I guess a lot of people are probably streaming games right now.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
All right. So I messed up the character creation in the earlier live stream that I've deleted. So basically gonna do that again. I didn't change her looks, which I want to do. So I did a human warrior. Very exciting class there. Go.
Greetings.
Ooh, you can do... make her look aged if you want. That's kind of cool. Looks good. Maybe tone that down a little. Tattoo. Where's the tattoo? Oh, I'll give her one. Ooh. Let's see. Kind of like it. The fondness for that one. That looks pretty good. Okay. Let's do something about that hair. A little noose in the back. Always a good look. What was that second one? All right, perfect. Nice. We can give her little big anime kind of eyes. I like that one. Those are too close. Yeah, that's perfect. Maybe a little lower. Yeah. See if we can give her some intense eye color. Can I like zoom in? See it. Probably gonna leave the nose as is. Cheekbone depth. I'll leave that as is.
I have lost the spell!
Turn that up a bit.
My weapon does nothing! Greetings. Well, that didn't work. My weapon isn't working! Greetings. I cannot cast it! It is unharmed. I must get by. Charmed? It didn't work. Oh, bother. I need something new. Move aside, please.
Greetings. Ugh, my spell. This isn't working. Need something else. You're in my way.
Greetings. I have lost the spell! I should do something else. Greetings. Well, that didn't work. I need some other attack! Greetings. Blast it! I have lost the spell! It is unharmed. I must get by.
Greetings. Ugh, my spell. This isn't working. Need something else.
I like that one.
You're in my way.
What color did I have it as? Something like that, yeah. Okay. Now let's move on. Strength. Constitution. Dexterity. Maybe 2 for Constitution and 1 for cutting. Alright, let's start. Let me plug in my computer. It'll suck if the battery dies.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, that we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought all legions, not monsters.
I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
Young, pleased to see you again, my dear. My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time. End, she says. So glib, too. She's just like her mother when she talks like that.
See what I can contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days. Make her bless her heart.
No doubt because you've trained her as a warrior. How unique.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason.
Tim Curry doing
While your
his
brother
voice.
and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token of force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the...
I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun run before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about. So many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. As I've asked, we'll talk soon.
It already has kind of like a Dark Souls look to it. Okay, so upstairs.
There you are. Your mother told me the town had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt. Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave. Your mother disagrees. She insists you play. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off. I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? Your mother was quite specific. Unless the castle is under attack, you get that dog before doing anything else. Her words, not mine. Before we go, my lady, might I beg a question? I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here. Is that true? Then, is it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me? Maker's breath, are you certain? Can you imagine me, a Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of. Of course, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
What? Oh goodness, that'll take ages to read through. But okay, so we need to get the dog and her brother. Where's the dogs? Over here? Yeah.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
Near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you, you
We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel. supposed to work like this?
Mistress, calm down, please.
Inform the turner. I'll go and cook some nice...
Nan, please. We'll get that dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Oh, he's big.
Oh, how did he even get in here? He does something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Enter a name for the dog. What should I name the dog?
Bet you I could kill it in 2 blows.
Press X to attack your current target. Square, triangle, and circle will trigger these shoots. Okay. We'll use the most appropriate healing item.
I'll get on it. I'll settle
Fighting
it later.
rats, seriously?
All right. I'll get you a ladder so you can get off my back. I'll get on it. Drop it. Now's better than later. I'll get on it.
Rise, another pantry! Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Yeah, a lot. Those were rats from the Kukari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. Very well in hand, I'll be on my way.
Good boy, doggy. Take the mushroom. Hope there's no limit.
There
on
he
our
is, as
inventory.
brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones?
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead. That dog led those rats into there to begin with.
How dare you?
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then. Take it that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Isn't there something better we could be doing?
Good evening, milady.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the... Ah, here is my lovely daughter. I tell some hound of yours that the situation... You've always had a way with her. Darling, I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk?
Trying to convince you to marry my son.
And made a very poor case for it, I might add.
You remember my son, Dyron? He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Go soak your head.
And this is my lady in waiting, Iona. Do you say something, dear?
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
And she says that after seeing you whacking stuffed men in the courtyard, sweating like a mule.
Your daughter's prowess with the blade is most impressive.
I was quite the battle maiden myself in my day, but I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband. Evidence to the contrary. I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear.
For tattoo placement, yeah.
Darren, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship.
I think they have to make sure it's visible, covering her up.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren, and I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well. Stay. I'd like to say farewell. I heard that. Did he say why he's come? Oh, not the... Far delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead. So my
Dear boy, that you plan to wait for us.
I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
I keep telling you, no darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
And your wife.
Is that what you pull on to out of the well.
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
I'll miss you, Mother dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
How thrilling to hear of.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow. You should be on your way, pup. Into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my darling daughter. I love you. And I trust you completely to carry on the Kuzlin name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear girl. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone. Ah, I was wondering how long this would take. Has he asked to recruit you? If he did, then I would have to consider it. If a blight is truly upon us in the south, then Grey Wardens will be needed. There is no higher calling. If it comes to that, we can talk about it when I get back. Until then, just show him every courtesy. Duncan is a fine man. And a hero. When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case. Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst. I know you will. You are a Kuzland, after all. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us. I know that you'll do. You've grown into a sensible woman. That much is clear.
Alright, let's go. 4 kills. Mars. That was Mars. The Blood Mage sucks the life force from an ally, healing the caster, but potentially killing the ally. This healing is not affected by the healing penalty of blood magic. Vermin killed 18. Wow. There's a lot in the cellar. What? Oh yes, I'm sure that was really accurate sleepwear.
My lady, help me! The castle is under attack!
All right.
What? Your party is holding position. They will not follow you or move closer to enemies.
I'll get on it. All right. My back.
want.
Die already!
Okay. I'm not used to this. Let me see. Move freely. And just growl is your talent.
You're dead! Filthy elf lover!
Let me get used to the controls here.
Alright.
It's very different than what
I'll
I'm
get
used
you a
to
ladder
playing.
so you can get off my back. Now it's better than later. I'll get on it.
Yeah. Get them!
Over here.
Alright. Now it's better than later.
You'll bleed for this.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt? Her scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Hal's men. Why would they attack us? You don't think Hal's men were delayed? On purpose?
No, you're fine.
I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed. We must find him. And trust his mercy. What if the soldiers went into your brother's room first? Let's check on them quickly. Then we'll look for Bryce downstairs.
Gained a... I have 3 attributes points. Haven't unlocked anything yet. To map abilities to the battle menu, open the radio menu with L2. The spells or talents menu. Okay. Show bash is already mapped.
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
This is my house. I should be able to open up my chests. What's in there? Oh. Small grease trap.
Sky scum!
Now's better than later. I'll get you a ladder so you can get my back. Got it. Now's better than later. Hey! I'll get on it.
Get out of my way!
Perfect. Another level up? Oh, for Mars. My dog. Okay. So he's 3. Maybe a bit uncunning. Okay. I also reached. I'm good. Okay. This way.
The front gates. That's where your father must be. If Howe's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servants' entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me? Then let us be swift.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here! Ah! Here they come! They're right behind me!
Coming. Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
How dare you!
Now's better than later. Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? I'll get on it. Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Fall! Blast you!
Alright. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Now's better than later. Alright. I'll get on it.
You'll bleed
Can I
for
get you a
this.
ladder so you can get off my back? Now's better than later.
Right away.
Okay.
Alright, alright. Can I get you a ladder? I'll get on it. Got it. Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder? You can get I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it. Alright.
This is very different from Mass Effect.
How will pay for what he's done? I will drive you from our land myself.
I didn't even see what he had. That's okay. Something in there.
You can get off my back. Alright. Got it. Alright. you a ladder? Stop it. I'll get on it.
Here I am, killing rats! How noble!
I'll get on it. Stop it. I'll get you a ladder so you can get off my back. Now's better than later. Got it. I'll get on it. I'll get you a ladder so you can get off my back.
Go, man the gates! Keep those bastards out as long as you can! Your ladyship, my lady, you're both alive! I was certain Hal's men had gotten through. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you'll use it quickly. I've no idea. You don't think he's involved in this, do you?
Perhaps he was sent to kill Bryce? Oh dear. Have you seen him?
When I last saw the Turn, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Mom, how do you stay so clean? So free of blood. Just want to pick up items.
Blast it. We'll have to go around.
You a new one.
All right. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? I'll get on it.
No!
Now's better than later. Got it. All right.
Oh, blast you!
Can I get you a ladder? Get off my back.
Oh,
Got it. Can I get you a ladder? Now's better than later. Got it. I'll get on it.
little thief.
Locked.
Where's the Turn? Does he live?
Something is coming. All right. I'll get on it. Got it. All right. Got it.
We fight for our home.
Excellent. I'll get on it. All right.
Okay, so how to get to the kitchen? Can't go that way. So way to look at the map. Okay. Yeah. Oh jeez, it's a long way around. I'm gonna play as me. It's good some of the guards are with us. This should work.
Something is coming. Can I get you a ladder? Stop! All right. Got it. All right.
Stop them!
I'll
bleed for this.
We must get out.
We must get out!
Everyone.
They're slaughtering everyone!
I know. Is there something over here? Secret wall?
Now's better than later. All right, all right. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it. I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it.
Don't blame this.
Okay. So I just kind of took a wrong turn. This way.
I see enemies ahead.
And me too. Nothing special.
All right, all right. Can I get you a ladder so you can... I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder? My back. All right, all right. Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it. All right, all right. Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it.
What is the yellow? $15 of 70 to what? Find your father. You went to sleep after the pleasant family reunion, only to find that Arlhal's men had infiltrated the castle and had begun killing everyone in it. Sir Gilmore has told you that your father was last seen headed towards the secret exit from the larder. You and your mother should probably look for him there. Current quest. There's the codex. Okay. We'll look at that later. What the yellow means. Don't think it's level up. I don't know.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce!
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding!
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there. I won't survive the standing, I think. Could make it so.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go!
Someone must reach Burgess. Tell him what has happened. Yes.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My daughter helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick.
Duncan, I beg you. Take my wife and daughter to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return. What's happening here pales in comparison to in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
You fought your way to me through Howe's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I brought your daughter to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your daughter joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Howe. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
Bryce, are you sure?
Will not die of Howe's treachery.
Go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you. My place is with your father. At his side, to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life, and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Oh, so I'm assuming Fergus is dead by that
Then
trophy.
go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
What about traitors being killed? What's that accomplishment? Oh, Mars has killed 22 things. Good
We will
job,
be
Mars.
traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan, I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met. Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, north, and bring Howe to justice, you have my word. No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds. Not until the battle is over, I fear. Until then, we cannot even send word. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. The Darkspawn horde long outnumber us. But I can't ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Terran Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Okay, so it was kind of goofing up there on the stream a bit. Sorry about that. Don't know what was causing it. Well, it's nothing I can really do. Let's see here. Okay.
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive. The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary. You heard what the king said. He is scouting in the wilds and beyond contact. Be patient. He will return. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Oh, right. It looks like the stream is back to normal. Three attribute points. Let's get cunning up. Get magic up. And willpower. We'll spend the time to... Might as well max that out now. Let's see what we can do here. That sounds good. All right. Let's take a look at the codex. In Darkness Eternal... Damn it. In Darkness Eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumat. Their taint twisted even the false god, and the Whisperer awoke at last in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world. The first blight. The false dragon gods of the Tevinter Imperium lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Perhaps it is instinct, as moths will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones who goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Whatever the reason, when Darkspawn find one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens twisted and corrupted and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land, a blight. Mabari Warhound. Dogs are an essential part of Ferelden culture, and no dog is more prized than the Mabari. The breed is as old as myth, said to have been bred from the wolves who served Dane. Prized for their intelligence and loyalty, these dogs are more than their mere weapons or status symbols. The hounds choose their masters, and pair with them for life. To the master of a Mabari anywhere in Ferelden is to be recognized instantly as a person of worth. The Mabari are an essential part of Ferelden military strategy. Trained hounds can easily pull knights from horseback or break lines of pikemen, and the sight and sound of a wave of war dogs howling and snarling has been known to cause panic among even the most hardened infantry soldiers. What are you, mad? Even the most giant of rats isn't going to present that much of a problem to anyone larger than a cat. Even the stories in the archives that tell of blight-touched rats still only attributed them with the ability to spread the plague. The rats themselves got no larger than perhaps 3 feet in length, covered in sharp bony spikes and boils. Disturbing, certainly, but dangerous? This is no fantasy conjured by madmen, young man. You have much more important creatures to concern yourself with. Transcript of a lecture given by Nalia, senior enchanter of Haussburg, 844, Blessed. Note, she was later eaten by a blight rat in 846, Blessed. Serves you right. Okay, dogs in Ferelden. I'm frequently asked during my travels in other lands to explain the dogs omnipresent in Ferelden. Inevitably, I tell my foreign questioners that there are no more dogs in my homeland than in their own. In every civilized corner of Thedas, an astute observer will notice dogs employed in hunting game, keeping barns and storehouses free of vermin, herding livestock, guarding homes, and even used as beasts of burden in the mountains. It is simply that Fereldans show appreciation for the work that our dogs do, and perhaps the reason for that is tangled up in mythology. Hafter, the first man to be named Terran, the hero who united our Alamari ancestors to drive back the darkspawn of the Second Blight, was reputed to be the son of a werewolf. Now perhaps this was meant to be some comment on his temperament, or simply a way of making a great man even larger than life. But more than half the noble families of Ferelden claim to be descendants of Hafter, and consequently many of our people believe they have some distant kinship with wolves. It is only good manners to be polite to one's kin. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. Castle Highever has stood since the Divine Age, when it was not an independent Banorn, but merely an outpost of the growing Banorn of Amaranthine, and the days before Amaranthine became an Arling itself. The outpost of Highever was originally held by the Elston family, cousins of the Howls. In the Age of Towers, however, Ban Conabar Elston was murdered by his wife Flemeth, thus ending the bloodline. Conabar's captain of the guard, Sarim Kusland, took the lands and title. The Kuslands declared their independence from Amaranthine, starting a war that lasted 30 years. When the dust settled, Highever was on its own, and in possession of half the land that had once bitten southwestern Amaranthine. However, became a Terranir during the Black Age, when Halia Kusland gathered the lords together under her banner to drive the werewolves out of their lands, earning herself the title of Terrana, almost as an afterthought. Today, Highever is one of only 2 remaining Terranirs, making the Kusland family second in rank only to the king. The Kusland family, however, was all but wiped out in an unexpected attack by Arl Hal of Amaranthine, and the fate of the Terranir is now in question. So, it seems like there's some that the Howe family may have some bad blood against the Kusland, considering they inherited the area after their cousin was murdered. Okay, the Grey Wardens. The first blight had already raged for 90 years. The world was in chaos. A god had risen, twisted, and corrupted. The remaining gods of Tevinter were silent, withdrawn. What writing we have recovered from those times is filled with despair, for everyone believed, from the greatest archons to the lowliest slaves, that the world was coming to an end. At Weishaupt's fortress in the desolate Anderfels, a meeting transpired. Soldiers of the Imperium, seasoned veterans who had known nothing their entire lifetimes except hopeless war, came together. When they left Weishaupt, they had renounced their oaths to the Imperium. They were soldiers no longer. They were the Grey Wardens. The Wardens began an aggressive campaign against the light, striking back against the Darkspawn, reclaiming lands given up for lost. The Blight was far from over, but their victories brought notice, and soon they received aid from every nation in Thedas. They grew in number as well as reputation. Finally, in the year 992 of the Tevinter Imperium, upon the Silent Plains, they met the archdemon Dumat in battle. A third of all the armies of northern Thedas were lost to the fighting, but Dumat fell and the Darkspawn fled back underground. Even that was not the end. The Imperium once revered 7 gods: Dumat, Zazakel, Toth, Andoral, Razakel, Lusakon, and Uthemiel. 4 have risen as archdemons. The Grey Wardens have kept watch through the ages, well aware that peace is fleeting, and that their war continues until the last of the dragon gods is gone. The Korkari Wilds. It is said that in the midst of the Black Age, when werewolves stalked the lands of Ferelden, in numbers that kept even farmholder indoors and a hound on every doorstep, a powerful Arl of the Alamari people stood and declared that he would put an end to the threat. His Arling stood on the border of the dark forest on the southern border of the Ferelden Valley, and he claimed that the werewolves used the forest to launch their midnight assaults on humanity. For 20 years, this Arl led an army of warriors and hounds deep into the forest. In his hunt for the werewolves, he slew not only every wolf he came upon, but also every member of the chastened Walderfolk. Any one of them, he said, could harbor a demon inside and thus be a werewolf in disguise. For 20 years, the forest rang with screams and the rivers ran red. The tales say that an old chastened woman found her sons all dead at the Arl's blades. She pulled one of those very blades from one son's heart and plunged it into her own chest, cursing the Arl's name as she did so. Where her blood touched the ground, a mist began to rise. It spread and spread until it was everywhere in the forest. The Arl's army became lost, and it is said that they died there. Others say they wander still. The ruins of his Arling stand to this day, filled with the ghosts of women waiting eternally for their husbands to return. The forest of the legend is, of course, the Korkari Wilds. There are as many legends about the great southern forest as there are shadows, or so the saying goes. The chastened Wilder folk have made their home there since mankind first came to these lands, and the wildlands have spread as far into the south as anyone has ventured. Beyond the mists are vast tracts of snow, white-capped mountains, and entire fields of ice. It is a land too cold for mankind to survive, yet the chastened eke out an existence even there, and they tell of horrors beyond the wilds that the lowland folk could not begin to comprehend. To most, Ferelden simply ends with the Korkari Wilds. There is nothing beyond. The wilds is a land of great trees, wet marshes, and dangerous monsters. What more need be said? Those who had sought to claim heaven by violence destroyed it. What was golden and pure turned black. Those who had once been mage lords, the brightest of their age, were no longer men, but monsters. Sin was the midwife that ushered the Darkspawn into this world. The Magisters fell from the Golden City, and their fate encompassed all our worlds. For they were not alone. No one knows where the Darkspawn can't come from. A dark mockery of men, and the darkest places they thrive, growing in numbers as a plague of locusts will. In raids they will often take captives, dragging their victims alive into the deep roads, but most evidence suggests that these are eaten. Like spiders, it seems Darkspawn prefer their food still breathing. Perhaps they are simply spawned by the darkness. Certainly we know that evil has no trouble perpetuating itself. The last blight was in the Age of Towers, striking once again at the heart of Tevinter, spreading south into Orlais and east into the Free Marches. The plague spread as far as Ferelden, but the withering and twisting of the land stopped well beyond our borders. Here Darkspawn have never been more than the stuff of legends. In the northern lands, however, particularly Tevinter and the Anderfels, they say Darkspawn haunt the hinterlands, preying on outlying farmers and isolated villages, a constant threat. I'd hoped for a war like in the tales, a king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. Son of the legendary King Merrick Theron, Caelan was the first Ferelden king, born into a land free from foreign rule in 2 generations. Since his father's death, he's held the throne alongside his queen, Honora. And there's Tommy's Warhound, has a pedigree older than Highever, and a penchant for driving cooks to distraction. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings, the Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. Like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens, a symbolic gesture of cutting ties. He might say this was a convenience in his case. However, his mother was from the Anderfels, his father from Tevinter. His childhood was spent in the Free Marches and Orlais. His people were everywhere, and his homeland was nowhere. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out 200 years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. Arvend Hal, it will be good to ride into battle once more, won't it, old friend? The Arling of Amaranthine winds along the sinuous northeastern coast of Ferelden. The waking sea is known for its temper, and the storms that sweep in from the warmer northern waters are sudden and brutal. These are the lands of Rendon Hal. He was born during the occupation, like many of the nobles at the time, joined Prince Merrick's rebels. He fought alongside young Bryce Cusland, future Terran of Highever, and Leonis Bryland, future Earl of Southreach, at the bloody Battle of White River. It was the most catastrophic defeat of the entire occupation, from which only 50 rebel soldiers escaped alive. Although he was decorated for valor by King Merrick, Hal's abrasive manners have earned him almost universal dislike among his peers. When Bryce sent his men to support the king at Ostagar, Hal took it as an opportunity to attack Highever, slaughtering the people there and claiming the lands and titles as own. Of all the inhabitants of Castle Cusland, only Tommy survived. Takes more than legends to win a battle. Loghain was born a farmer during a time when his country was under foreign occupation. When he was still a boy, he joined the resistance, where his considerable tactical genius quickly became apparent. He became close friends with Prince Merrick, the last true heir to the Ferelden throne, and together they led the rebels to drive out the forces of the Orlesian Empire. Merrick raised his friend to the nobility, and Loghain is now more of a symbol than a man. He represents the Ferelden ideals of hard work and independence. Yeah, control. Okay, sorry about that. Long codex reading. So it doesn't look like we can go there. Let's take a look around and explore a bit. Mars isn't with me.
The Grey Warden tent is across the bridge. Find me there if you wish.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yes, I must be. There you are.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turn Loghain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll see on this.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
What's this mean?
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korkari wilds until he gives the word. Sorry, I have my orders.
Okay.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
No matter their power, their triumphs, the mage lords of Tevinter were men and doomed to die. Then a voice whispered within their hearts, "Shall you surrender your power to time like the beasts of the fields? You are the lords of the earth. Go forth to claim the empty throne of heaven and be gods." In secret they worked, magic upon magic, all of their power and all their vanity. They turned against the veil until at last it gave way. Above them a river of light, before them the throne of heaven, waiting. Beneath their feet the footprints of the Maker, and all around them echoed a vast silence. But when they took a single step toward the empty throne, a great voice cried out, shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth. "And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world." Violently were they cast down, for no mortal may walk bodily in the realm of dreams, bearing the mark of their crime, bodies so maimed and distorted that none should see them and know them for men. Deep into the earth they fled, away from the light. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumat. Their taint twisted even the false god, and the whisperer awoke at last, in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world, the first blight. All right. don't have the ability to steal anything.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill? Well, not a woman. Yet, here you are. The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of grey wardens. I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see, like we have a choice. You sound just like the bloody knight. Well, more power to you. Anyway, to get back to Duncan, that's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Ah, that's what that means, quartermaster.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
No.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies? Arms and armour, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Drugs.
So long as you keep it quiet.
Okay, so it looks like it's just weapons. Take a look at my inventory. Let's see. Okay. So this game is quite old and it shows a bit. Been playing The Witcher 3 a lot lately. And that game is gorgeous. I'm sure this was really great in 2009. This looks really good for 2009.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
You're good.
Getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The grumpy one.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way.
Is this Alistair? I've heard.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together. It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Yeah, it's Alistair.
Less being yelled at for me, then. Though the day is still young. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize. Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining. Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is. Would that be so telling? Please stop looking at me like
That's
that.
what all drilling lectures say.
So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before? Not that I'm some drooling lecher. My first one. I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. With the mage, the circle is here at the king's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
I guess they're mage hunters. Yeah.
I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech. Are here in the camp. Have you met them? Right, that cut-purse Duncan conscripted. I'm not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out, maybe we'll see the other one, or I can track him down later.
You don't have to accompany me, do you?
Don't worry, I'll try not to embarrass you. You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Okay. This is a character I've heard numerous people speak of. Alistair was a novice Templar when Duncan recruited him into the Grey Wardens, or rescued him, as Alistair would say. Okay.
Now's better than later.
Oh, God.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of...
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man to be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king. Impressed. Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact. students will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade? Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. Those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. The earth, Darkspawn. At least, that's what the Chant of Light says. Allegory meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now. Advice? Never. You young ones know all there is to know about the world anyway. Why would you need advice from an elder? But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. Wynn's talent became apparent early on, particularly her skill at healing magic. She was well liked by her mentors, and was recognized as an exceptionally gifted student. Even the Templars who watched her could not deny that she represented the best the Circle had to offer. She was an intelligent young woman who possessed a quiet confidence and maturity beyond her years. She spent many years mentoring apprentices within the Circle, and her peers thought so highly of her that she was asked to be First Enchanter Irving's successor, but she refused, saying that she had no desire to work in the upper echelons. When word reached the Tower of King Kaelin's call to arms, Wynn volunteered to go to Ostagar.
Sure will not have failed your king.
And the Fade, okay. The study of the Fade is for so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade. I didn't press anything. Come on.
Served your maker. Die in...
Okay. It's map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context of life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life.
This battle, and when you...
I have a magical being.
He shall not find you wanting. But with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How'd you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can. Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with. No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task. It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true. It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okay, so let's get going. I am curious about that yellow bar, though. I'm probably wrong.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Okay. Wow, it's dark.
Time for some
Got it. Alright, alright. I'll get on
Yeah, the wolf. It's rather unfair the reputation that the wolf possesses in Ferelden. For people that so clearly adore their hounds, Ferelden simultaneously harbor distrust of wolves that borders on the unreasonable. Unreasonable, that is, if one were not familiar with the ancient legends regarding werewolves. There was a time in Ferelden's past when demons inhabited the bodies of wolves in great numbers, causing the wars against werewolves and spreading great fear and panic. The werewolves were slain, but even today the noble wolf is still looked upon with distrust. An attack by wolves upon civilized folk happens rarely, often only in times of desperation, and even then only when the wolves have the advantage of numbers. This can change during a blight. When darkspawn rise onto the surface, their presence dramatically alters the savage nature of normal beasts. In Blight's past, as the corruption of the darkspawn spread through the wilder areas of Thedas, it would infect the animals found there, and the more powerful of them would survive and be transformed into a more vicious and dangerous beast. A blight wolf is one such example, mad with the pain of its infection, and only through the overriding command of the darkspawn does it still retain some semblance of its pack instincts. Blight wolves are always found in large groups and will tend to overwhelm a single target if they can, using their numbers to their advantage. It is fortunate that these creatures rarely survive their corruption for very long. Alright, an invisible wall there. Nice.
over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward. Reckless. We should go back. I am simply trying to stay alive. You do not see me fleeing, do you?
A bit of fear isn't unnatural, you know. Few relish meeting Darkspawn up close. I know I don't. Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm... So let's get a move on.
There, more of them.
Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder? I'll get it. Got it. Alright.
Let's make this quick.
Can I get you a ladder? My back. Now's better than later. Like boards. Can I get you a ladder? My back. Strike at me if you dare. Alright. Now's better than...
Vile Darkspawn blood. Okay, good. I think we got 2 down. Okay. Taller than their Jinlock cousins, the Hurlocks are roughly of human size, but are possessed of considerable strength and constitution. The shock troop of the Darkspawn, a single berserking Hurlock, can often be a match for numerous opponents at once. They are known to adorn themselves with roughly carved tattoos to keep track of their kills and deeds, though it is unknown whether or not there is a uniform standard to these markings. In Jinlock, these are most common Darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough, Jinlocks are notoriously difficult to kill, even by magic. Okay, so it does look like they're by. That's not a good sight.
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
Darkspawn! Kill them all! Got it. Now's better than later. Got it. I'll get on.
I wonder if I can equip that. It doesn't seem like there's much difference, though. but it probably looks nicer. Garnet.
I'll get on it.
These wolves attack us, we've never helping them. Well, here you go.
Right then.
I love how desperate you are. You're pathetic.
I will need bandaging.
Missionary Rigby. You found the last will and testament of someone named Rigby on a body in the Korkari wilds. Find the cache mentioned in the will and take it to Jetta and Redcliffe. Quest related, okay. To whoever finds this note, this is the last will and testament of Rigby the missionary, proud speaker of the Maker's word. I have come to the wilds to speak the chant, but I fear I will die here at the hands of the Darkspawn. I leave all that I came with to my wife, Jetta. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I have buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nestled in a Tevinter ruin in the western reaches of the wilds. It is my will that this lockbox finds my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches her. To my wife and my son, I apologize that my work has taken me from you, but I know that I die in service to the Maker, Rigby. Okay, so I'm assuming that's the chest. Or not. Now we're in the eastern part. He said it's in the western, which is over there. But I'm not sure, because there's no compass telling me if that is indeed north. I just have to assume. Okay. Why don't we try and take a look real quick, though? Oh, got some gold, I think.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
That flower, white with a red centre. The kennel master Ostergar was asking about those. The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
Well, let me take it, then.
No end to these blasted things. Now speculate. I'll get on it. Alright. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Alright.
Time for some fun.
I'll get on it. Now's better than later. I'll get on to it.
Any last words?
Now's better than later.
Okay. Now I'm quite far from where we're supposed to be.
Fastball! Kill them all!
It just appeared.
Now's better than later.
Right there.
Excellent! Can I get you a lap? You can get off my back. Now's better than later. Got it.
I'm just hoping to pick up.
Greetings. It is good to finally have a moment to speak with you.
Let's go.
Indeed.
So where are we going? Kind of heading south a bit. There may not be much over here other than to head south. There's some ruins there. Maybe that's it. There they are. One of your party mates knocked out during combat. Any sustained ability the party member had active was deactivated. He or she will also now have an injury. Remove them using injury kits, which are located in the potions part of the radio menu. So he's okay because he's a party member, but I'm assuming if I were to die, it'd be no good. Rigby's field journal. Ooh. A journal with notes on the chastened barbarians. Yeah, we're taking it. Wait, hold on. Use it Oh! I need... Okay. I see. Yeah, sorry, I'm new to this. I don't know these things. It's brand new. It's brand new to me. Okay, well, he's fine. He'll be fine. Oh, I'm not me. There we go. Let me see the codex, though. I like that stuff. The chastened barbarians are nothing if not clever. They have hidden markers and signs in the arrangements of stones and rubble along the paths of the wilds. In this way, they mark trails, note places of interest, and even give warnings in a way that outsiders cannot understand. Interestingly, these markers look indistinguishable from a regular pile of stones. I have dedicated my time to deciphering these signs, and I believe I am close to breakthrough. The trail markers seem to point to a hoard or a location used for secret storage among the chastened. I have only found a portion of the message, however. I think that if I could complete the message, find all of the trail markers, I can find this cache and see what treasure the chastened have to hide. I have found one such marker near this camp, under a fallen tree leaning against the ruins. Each marker seems to point to one or two others. I hear rumors that a darkspawn horde is coming. I hope I can find this treasure before it's too late. Nope, you didn't. Okay. So, I think I'll probably, finish the little main quest we're on. And then stop for today. It is a 3-day weekend right now in Japan. Because Monday is Coming of Age Day, where all the people who've turned 20, they go to various spots and celebrate becoming an adult. You become an adult in Japan when you're 20. You're considered a minor until you're 20. So it's a very, very big deal. Such a big deal that it's considered a national holiday when you become 20. Imagine becoming, like, people becoming 18 or 21 in America. Okay. I think I'm getting to where I need to go. Everything else looks like it's a circle. A Chastened Trail sign. We can take a look at that later. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Here, yeah, it does seem like it wants to go this way. What is it?
Right to the face! Dead yet?
I didn't get much action in that. Okay, this... Alright. So I guess we do have to head south. Yeah, okay.
Twisted creatures!
A Sherlock emissary.
Got it. I know how desperate you are.
Let me get this small fry out of the way.
Now's better than later.
Run, you coward.
I'll get on it. Now's better than later. Got it. Now's better than later. I'll get on it. Alright. Got it.
Push them back!
I'll get on it. Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Alright, alright. I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Now, I'll get on it. Get you a ladder so you can get off my back. Alright, alright.
You asked for it.
Alright, alright. Now's better than later. I'll get on it. Got it. Get off my back. Alright.
Alistair's so is Joy.
Now alright. Got it. You can get off my back.
We still need to find those documents.
I am ready.
I don't
Indeed.
talk to you. Trying to see if maybe they have any poultices, which they do.
Yes?
No.
Hey,
Go
I'm
away.
following you, aren't I?
Shut up.
I can't do that.
Well, let's level up. Okay.
Here.
Look at that stuff a little later. Oh, there's the emissary. The Korkari wilds are rife with legends and myths that have amazed and confounded the scholars since the fall of Ostagar in ancient times. One such mystery lies behind the tale of Ostia and Nebunar, two young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Ostia grew up in the company of Gazarath, a spirit of the earth bound to an overhang on the bank of a lake in the Korkari wilds. Gazarath began to fancy her, and they spent much of their days together, talking and laughing. Over the years, however, Ostia became a woman and began to seek the company of men. When Ostia met Nebunar, the two fell in love, and Ostia hoped to bring her lover to see her spirit friend. But the spirit, angered and jealous, bade her begone. Gazarath told her that she would never see it again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Ostia was horrified, and she fled from the enraged spirit, but she began to miss Gazarath, and on the day Nebunar asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved's throat, burned him, and brought his ashes to Gazarath. Oh, god damn. Knowing that their marriage would forever sever her ties to her dear spirit friend. There are legends among the chastened that Gazarath still haunts that lake, and that those who sprinkle the ashes of the deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit. In memory of the contract with its beloved Ostia, Gazarath will grant a single wish and then vanish, never to be heard from again. Marcus, I think this is real. If you take the ashes I gave you and scatter them over a pile of rocks on an overhang overlooking that half-sunken Tevinter dome, maybe Gazarath will appear and give you a wish. If the battle takes you there, I think it's worth trying. Do I have any ashes? Or maybe I just haven't found the body that has them.
Get you a ladder.
Like
You can get off my back. Now's the time. You can get off my back. Alright. Now I'll get on it. Can I get you? Now's better than later. I'll get on it. Alright.
Register my hits. There we go.
Darkspawn! Kill them all!
All the way over there.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Now's better than later. I'll get on it. Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder? Can I get you a ladder?
I'll get on.
get you a ladder? You can get Alright, alright. I'll get on it. Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get on it? Now's better than later. Got it. I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get on my back? Now's better than later. I'll get on it. Alright, alright. Got it. I'll get on it. Alright, alright. Now's better than later. You can get off my back. Got it. Alright, alright. Get you a ladder so you can get off my back. Now's better than later. That'll teach you.
Probably wasted that.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it.
Nothing like a brush with death to make you...
Oh well.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger? The intruder here, I believe the first question is rightfully mine. Do they go, I wondered. Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened. And that means others may be nearby.
You will swoop down upon you.
Yes. It's bad.
She's a witch. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. And you may call me Morrigan, if you wish. Shall I guess your purse sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them. Some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened. 'Twas my mother, in fact. Yes, my mother. Did you log?
Talking log, perhaps.
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
She prefers her privacy, but I imagine she will be curious enough why you were here. Come, see for yourself. Dishonest? Some call us witches, yes, but purely out of superstition.
You know what the Circle of Magi is, don't you? The Circle requires an accounting of all mages. That is the law of the land and the Chantry.
If you wish to tell your Chantry about me, go ahead. I have nothing to fear from priests.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a
Her
nice
father
change.
was just betrayed by a close
Follow
friend,
me then,
so
if it pleases you.
you can't trust your friends. Who can you trust? Demons and undead killed.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 grey
Thinking it's that Gaza something.
wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make...
Irrelevant to the... It is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? There is a smart lad. Set your woman's mind to give you a different viewpoint. Or do you believe as these boys do? Oh, if you must protest so quickly, perhaps I need not ask. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected thee.
Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize. Either the threat is more, or they realize less. Or perhaps the threat is nothing. Or perhaps they realize nothing. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Can't wait for this game to get going. Alright, so we're back at camp. There's the infirmary there. Dog kennels. Oh yeah, the kennel master was looking for the Morgan. Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? Of herself, Morrigan says little. She does not deny being a witch of the wilds, but beyond that, everything about her is in question. Alpha Hurlocks are more intelligent and more skilled fighters, often serving as commanders or even generals. Hurlock emissaries have also been known to appear during a blight. These darkspawn are the only ones recorded as being capable of human speech and are often capable of employing magic. And a shade. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living or once living body, but this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that has adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead, the very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life, jealously attempting to possess it. But what of those that do not? What of those that encounter no life, or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters, such as it did in the Fade. Once it has drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after be known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possession. It instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who cross its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fade. There is evidence to believe this is so. A shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. If it focuses its will, it can drain a single target very quickly. Some have even been known to assault the minds of living victim, causing confusion or horror and making the target ripe for the kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that, once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than slaked. So I think that Gazabath or something like that. Injuries, yeah. In a moment. There's the kennel master.
Greetings. Are you one of the Grey Wardens that went into the wilds? Did you happen to see any white flowers? For sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it. Thank you for your assistance, then. Perhaps we won't lose as many hounds as I feared.
Alright. There's the nurse. Okay.
You may not want to remain. Most of these men have been tainted by the darkspawn blood.
Well, heal mine. How are they doing? How do you know they have an injury? Let me check that again. The small red icons above the battle menu, or in the character record. .5%, I think. I mean, for the most part, he looks fine for now, at least. Okay, but whatever. They seem to have recovered.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new in the name of Andraste and the Maker above, may the chant of light carry your name.
I'm assuming that healed us. Let's go talk to Duncan and finish the quest.
Maker above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We will betray your promise.
So you return being good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had the scrolls. They were both very odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining. I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later. If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I swear. What is it, and I'm a woman? What does that have to mean? I don't know. It's kind of condescending. In my opinion.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight. Yes, Sir Knight. Try not to wet your trousers until the ritual starts.
Then both of you should.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are for. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten, and that one day we shall join you.
We're gonna become witchers.
Davith, step forward.
Oh, I teleported to you. Okay.
Maker's breath.
I am sorry, Davith.
Shit.
Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No! You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I guess
am
that's not a
sorry.
secret. I have to die. Return.
But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel? To be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king. The king is discussing strategy for the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
All right. Well, I don't think it's in response to your comment. I don't think it's going. They are working on Beyond Two, not Beyond Two Souls, but the car game. I can't remember what it's called. Off the top of my I think No Man's Sky is also coming out, which isn't, well, it's a limited exclusive to compatibility in the place with the PlayStation 4, and they're trying to get as much on the library so those who have the newest console can access every. Let's level up. Let's get our strength up. And okay, so we're level 5 now. Thought something else I updated to the codex. I guess I'm wrong. Alright, so I think I'll just end the stream there. Sorry, it wasn't very exciting. I'm this game again tomorrow at a different time. I'll put it on my Twitter. It's just my screen name, Tommy Servo. Also, when other videos have been posted. But thank you very much for watching. And do stay tuned for more Dragon Age Origins.